Hi there. Well, I'm back with this lovely 1939 Brown Junior spark ignition engine, and the saga continues because hopefully you've been following a series of videos looking at this Brown Junior where I knew there was a problem with it, so I stripped it down and found the gudgeon pin was broken and the conrod was bent. So I've made a new gudgeon pin, a new conrod, got it all back together, but it still wouldn't run. It felt lovely as it does now. Just a lovely smooth engine, loads of compression with twin piston rings. But I still couldn't get it to run. So in the last video, I decided to put a glow plug in and just test it with methanol, normal glow fuel, and make sure that there was nothing mechanically wrong. And the upshot of that was it ran lovely. There was no problem mechanically. And as I feared, there's an issue with the spark ignition and the contacts and the control. And I was thinking it must be a breakdown in the insulation, something like that, because I'd set the contact gap lots of times, fiddled with, just trying to get it right, and it would run for just a few seconds and then die. Well, I spoke to a very good friend at the weekend, a guy called John Ashby, who has more experience than I will ever have, and he's been flying and building planes longer than I've been on the planet. A very knowledgeable guy. Told him what the issue was, and he said, "Have you checked the dwell angle on the spark ignition?" Now, the dwell angle is the number of degrees, the amount of time that the contacts are closed and charging the coil before the contacts open and you get your spark. So I did that, and even though the gap was right between the contacts, the dwell angle was far too small. And so essentially, as it was starting to run, the coil couldn't charge up quick enough, and so the engine would just die. That is the theory. So I've adjusted the dwell angle, and so now we've got about 100 degrees. And I looked at my other spark ignition engines of this size, Super Cyclone, Victor Rocket, that kind of thing, and measured the dwell angle on them, and then set this at around the same. It does mean the points are a little close together, but as I'm not using a condenser, I'm using one of Larry Davison's electronic spark ignition setups. That doesn't matter. We're not going to get arcing as long as they open and break the circuit. So I'm going to get this in the test now, fingers crossed, because I really want to get this running, because it's a gorgeous old engine and it deserves to be run and flown. So take a look at how we got on in the test stand. Too much went over the hill by the... Oh, it shorted out on the stand. Oh well, that was running absolutely lovely. Let's get my glove and get this started up again. That was weird how it just suddenly stopped, but it just shorted out here. So, right. Oh, let's just prime it. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, I've done it again. Right, let's leave it there. I'll stop fiddling with it. Ignition off. Okay. I'm too busy watching my fingers rather than the contacts. Okay. Too much, very sensitive on that needle. Well, what can I say? So good to hear this thing purring, and it's been a long time coming. And if you haven't seen the previous videos and you want to see them, look in the description below and there'll be a link to them showing all the construction of the conrod, the stripping, the building up. I mean, this really has occupied quite a bit of my not only time sort of in the workshop, but mentally as well, trying to work out why it wouldn't start or at least run. I was running it on this Falcon 13x6 prop, and I was running it on Coleman's fuel with a 3-to-1 mix of 50 SAE oil, and that's a motorbike oil, not a gear oil. Now, you'll have noticed the video was a little bit wobbly in places, which seems to be related to the speed of this prop, and it's quite a big bright prop, and I think it's to do with the frame rate, I believe, on the video camera that I'm using, and it just causes a little bit of a flicker, so my apologies for that. So now I'm going to get the tank back on, and I took it off way back because I wanted to eliminate this as a source of the problem, but thankfully I can get this lovely tank back on the engine and it looking as it should do. I have really enjoyed getting this engine going. I mean, like I said, it's a 1939 spark ignition engine. That's, you know, it deserves to be purring like it was, and like I say, so good. You can see how pleased I am to actually get this engine sorted out, because it is a gorgeous engine. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you've really enjoyed seeing this in the test stand on spark ignition as it should be. Thanks very much.